Welcome back to Theresa.is.Dead. My name is Theresa and I'm very much alive. And if you're new here, welcome. I have an awful garbage mouth. And if you're not into that or weird shit in general, then this is probably not the place for you. Feel free to X out the video here. No harm, no foul, but I'll remember our time fondly. If you just want to jump straight to the review, I will leave a time code down below. Feel free to jump ahead. I don't understand my job sometimes. Like, I don't get it. Bob is so fucking awkward, and I don't understand how he's alive half the time, quite frankly, because the shit that comes out of his mouth is just so fucking insane. But today was amazing, top notch, as always with Bob. So basically, me and Bob had a meeting with two of our colleagues. Basically, the whole idea of this meeting was they wanted to understand what I do and like how I get to A to Z, and they wanted to understand how Bob gets to A to Z. Me and Bob, we have two separate jobs, but we're basically yin and yang, where we kind of need each other to survive in a way, right? So they asked me like, oh, okay, well, how do you do this? And I was like, oh, I do it this. And they're like, okay, cool, interesting, thank you. And they're like, all right, Bob, tell us how you get to A to Z. And he was like,
I'm so excited to talk about what I do because it is so exciting.
First of all, dude almost hit me in the face like 6 fucking times. By the way, I scratched myself over here and I hope I caught that on camera because that was pretty fun. He literally like fucking rose from the Titanic me like 6 times almost. And the whole time I wanted to be like, Rose, no, I'm not gonna paint you like one of them French girls, all right? So chill your shit and put your fucking arms down. But I know if I said that, I probably would have been written up by HR, but whatever. Anyway, I didn't say that. Instead, I kind of gently pushed myself all the way back so I didn't die from his fucking fist. He started off by saying,
you know, I had 6 cups of coffee today. 6 cups of coffee, so I'm a little wired.
And we're like, you know shit, Bob. Like, you're about like 3 seconds away from having like a cocaine heart attack. Like, what the fuck? Calm it down, my man. Calm it down. My colleague was like, okay.
We can tell your energy. All right. So walk me through your process. Like, how do you get through A through Z?
You see, the interesting thing about what I do versus what Theresa does is how I intersect the atoms and I interslice them to make them into one thing, but then make a projection that will somehow cross-analyze, correlate triangular motions that will somehow give projections that will show the future forecast of this.
And we're like, what the fuck does that mean? So I'm smirking because I'm like, When you're in a meeting with Bob, it's like a fucking car crash. Like literally your eyes are glued open. You cannot look away. But you kind of secretly like it, but you're kind of secretly horrified because you don't know what's gonna happen. And you're just like, I don't want to be here, but I kind of want to be here because I kind of want to see how it goes. And that's what it's like because it's just too much fun. So I'm watching this man literally lose his shit. Trying to explain what he does. And he's just getting red and like sweaty and he's like fanning himself and fucking flailing his arms like a goddamn penguin. And I'm like, what are you doing? So finally, my colleague was like,
wow, that's really interesting. That's really interesting. And I like where you're going with this, but could you break it down further? Talk to me as if I were a kindergartner. Like, I really want to understand, like, in a very layman's terms, like, just really explain how you get to A to Z.
And that seems simple enough, right? Not for Bob.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I can break it down. The synergy I provide for projections are really top-notch. It's like grasping a better experience than our reality.
The fuck does that mean?
I combine items, analyze the output, and using philosophy and information, I deliver the product. The best way I could put it is like baseball. Sometimes you have a ball, and sometimes you don't.
I don't know what that means. My colleague just looked at him and went,
Okay, yeah, I think I have enough here. I want to say thank you for coming in. Yeah, I think we got it all here. Thank you, guys.
So Bob, being Bob, was like,
okay.
Got up, almost fell down, fucking twisted his shoe into the chair and like almost fell over. And then he like kind of just did this for about like 30 seconds and then caught himself. Like, I want to be like, you're a fucking cartoon character. How are you alive? I don't understand it. But anyway, Bob left the room and my coworker looked at me and was like,
what the fuck?
And I was like, thank you. I said, I don't know, but it was the best 10 minutes of my life. And then I left that meeting and it was so fucking good. I was so goddamn happy. But then the fun doesn't stop there. On my way home today, 2 stories for the price of 1. I was actually taking out the garbage because it's garbage night here. I was walking up my front steps and I noticed my neighbor that was across the street had a large black bag that had to be the size of him. Like he couldn't even lift it. He was literally dragging it down his stoop and then opening his trunk. He put the bag in his trunk and then he drove away. And I thought, okay, like, that's a little weird, but like, you know, maybe whatever, he's dumping something. I don't know. About 5 minutes later, he comes back, parks his car, and he just takes out a giant oar. Like the kind that you use for rowboats. And then he walked into his house with it. I have a lot of questions. Well, I'm afraid if I ask them, I might end up in a trash bag. So yeah, I don't know. What do you think was in that bag? I'm gonna guess body. On today's video, we're going to be talking about Colourpop's No Filter Foundation Sticks, which I believe just released not that long ago. So I picked it up in the colors Fair 27N and Fair 30C. And the reason why I picked up two is because sometimes it's really difficult to tell what your shade is online. And the last time I picked up two shades from Colourpop, which was their original like liquid foundation, which was fucking, I did not like it at all, just did not work for me. I picked up two shades and they were like identical. So these guys, I was like, I'm gonna just pick a neutral and a cool tone. So before I get into my thoughts and everything, let me read you a little bit about this product. These guys will run you a cool $10. They come in 30 different shades, which isn't that bad. And it comes in 3 different undertones: warm, neutral, and cool. So like I said, I picked up a cool and a neutral. I did not pick up warm because I just don't like how yellow foundation looks on me. You get 0.34 ounces. Is that much product? I think it's the same as Makeup Revolution, if I'm not mistaken. No, holy shit. Okay, Makeup Revolution, you actually get 0.21 ounces. The Makeup Revolution sticks are actually $9. Swipe, blend, and go with No Filter Sticks. It conceals, corrects, and perfects for a flawless complexion in seconds. Its medium buildable coverage instantly blurs pores, covers blemishes, and blends effortlessly for a natural skin-like finish. Never cakey or drying, the stick glides on with the easiest application. Perfectly portable, take it on the go for mess-free touch-ups anytime, anywhere. So this guy is pretty much a medium coverage foundation. However, it is buildable, so you can build it up to full coverage. For today's look, I only used a brush because honestly, ever since finding that Luxie Pro foundation brush, I don't even go back to sponges anymore. I only use sponges for concealer, and I think it's gonna stay like that. I know, as someone who's always talked shit about brushes, I'm kind of like, I'm so in love. And I have to say that as soon as I put it on my face, which by the way, I used both today because I wasn't really sure. Like the colors, I don't know if I really got the proper colors. Like I think the cool was a little bit too dark for me and kind of a little yellowy it looked. So I'm glad that I got the 27N because I felt like it kind of just neutralized it a lot. I'm happy to say that as soon as I put it on my face, I was like, ooh, I like this, because it reminded me a lot of the Makeup Revolution stick. When I put on a couple of swipes, I felt like it blended out pretty fast, which I was kind of surprised about, and a little product went a long way. Of course, I'm not a super full coverage person, so that's why I kind of veered towards more of like a medium coverage, and I did like a little bit more building like around my cheek areas where I had some redness. Now, in my video that I'm going to show you probably over here, I don't know where, but whatever, it'll pop up somewhere. You'll notice that there was like a reddish kind of mark. Bitch slept on her face weird, so that's why. And I couldn't wait for my face to like, I don't know, undent itself. So I had to get ready for work, and that's why it might look a little funny. But whatever, I'm not a beauty guru, I don't give a fuck. We all wake up with weird lines on our faces and we gotta just deal with it. That's what the beauty gurus don't tell you. I had no issue with this foundation, especially at the application stage. I did find that it does dry down pretty fast, and that's why I was trying to like work it in really fast. It wasn't truly matte, but it wasn't anywhere near like dewy or luminous. It was somewhere where I felt like it was actually true to like it having like a natural skin finish. Not a cosmetic CC cream finish that makes you look like an oil slick. This literally just kind of looks like your skin, which is really nice. I kind of give you even a test on my hand. Looks pretty good, right? So it really does dry down really fast, and I don't find that it's going to transfer. I didn't get that at all. Doesn't feel cakey or super drying where it just dries my skin out. It doesn't really have a powdery finish. I don't really know what kind of a finish. It doesn't really feel like anything. It kind of just feels like your skin, which is kind of nice. I actually really like it. So I've been wearing this makeup all day. It is currently 9:34, and I've been wearing this makeup since about 6:30 this morning. So It's a long fucking time. Anyway, so let's kind of zoom you in. I want to show you where some of the trouble areas are. One being my nose. I feel like I lost coverage on my nose. Granted, I also do wear glasses. So in particular right here, I felt like the foundation kind of slid off, but when I would just kind of like press around my fingers, it kind of buffed itself out. So that's kind of nice. I did not do any touch-ups on my face today because literally I just sat in meetings all day. I wasn't really sweating. I don't really see a need to. I'm not impressing anybody. Anyway, I'm losing coverage up here and I lost coverage on my nose and I lost coverage near my chin. But everywhere else though, I'd say that it looks pretty good though. And even my highlight looks pretty decent still. And I also paired this with the Colourpop No Filter Concealer, which I adore. But I did not use the Colourpop setting powder. I used Laura Mercier today. So overall, like while having this foundation on for more than 12 hours, I think it actually still looks pretty good. Granted, I look a little red and it's because I'm sweating. Because these lights and I'm wearing this fucking cardigan. I don't even know why I'm wearing this cardigan, honestly. I just wanted to be all cute and spooky, but I'm sweating my balls off, so that's why I look a little red. I have to say though, I really do like this foundation a lot. It actually reminds me a lot of the Makeup Revolution foundation in that way. So my skin type is pretty much normal to combination. I kind of favor more towards normal with a little bit combination, especially when it comes towards the winter months. But I have to say though, I really do like it. And what I like about it is that it's buildable coverage and it feels lightweight. Now, one thing that I love about foundations is the complete weightlessness of it, and I don't feel like anything is weighing on my face. What's also funny is that for most of the day I was actually resting my hand on my face because I was just over it. Just over everything today. Usually sometimes I feel like product will transfer or it just kind of feels tacky or feels kind of like off. I did not experience that because it doesn't feel like anything is on your face. It's kind of amazing. So for $10 for me, I feel like this might be one of my new favorite foundations. Normally I like to spend a little bit more time with my foundation to kind of really see if it works because I like to put it through extreme conditions like sweating my ass off to see if it holds up. But for this one though, as soon as I applied it to my face and I watched it blend out and I kind of just looked at myself in the mirror and the monitor, I was like, yeah, I made the right choice in getting this. So I think if you're on the fence about this, I wouldn't be personally. Plus it's $10. It's not breaking the bank too much. So if you're looking for like a drugstore-ish foundation, I say you should check that out, especially if you fall within the 30 shade range. The one thing I do want to say is that while I commend them for their shade range in terms of shades as well as undertones, I feel like they could still do better. And I say that because a lot of lines lately have been coming out with 40 or 40 plus. And I think Jeffree Star released it. He's going to do 55 shades. With that said, I think if they release another 10 to 15 shades, I think it would be super, super perfect. My skin type is really normal to combination, so that's kind of really what this review is gearing towards. If you have oily skin, I would suggest finding someone to watch only because I don't want to say it like, oh, it's gonna work, and when I don't really know. And while I really, really like this foundation, I'm actually going to really put it to the test when I go away this weekend. So on Sunday, I'm actually going to Orlando, Florida, not for fun, for a business trip. It's awful. Kill me now. But I get to hang out with my best friend down there, so I'm really excited. Being that it's Florida and it's usually gross weather, I cannot wait to see if my face melts like a fucking candle. So I will make sure to leave a pinned comment on this video to let you know if I'm dead or not. But with that said, I don't think I'm gonna have any videos next week, and I'm so sorry and I feel so bad. And I really wanted to pre-film a lot this week, but work just decided to fuck me sideways and I couldn't do it. I'm trying to get out at least maybe 1 to 2 more videos, hopefully soon. Like I really want to do a Halloween video. I'm like so mad. It's just like the timing is so bad. If you don't hear from me for a week, I'm not dead. So please follow me on Instagram where you'll see me doing this all day while I listen to boring ass meetings. With that said, I'm gonna really try to get out a couple more videos. If not, you will hear from me in November, and I'm so sorry. You have no idea how much it pains me. I really love doing these videos, and it just makes me so sad that I have to take a break for a second because, you know, real life shit. But in November, I'll be back and I'm all yours. And plus, when I'm in Florida, I'm gonna try to do some vlogging. I don't know, we're gonna try that again because the time in New Jersey just didn't really pan out all that well. So maybe I could throw together a small video of what I did in Orlando. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, with that said, I wanna say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it as always. Feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button, it's free, and hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. And follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I will see you little pumpkins later. Bye.